ช่วงโชว์เคสสนับสนุนโดยเครื่องดื่มตราช้างช้างเติมเต็มคำว่าเพื่อน
โชว์เคสวันนี้นะคะเป็นเรื่องราวของ USGA นะคะหรือว่า United States Golf Association ซึ่งเป็นองค์กรที่ทำหน้าที่จัดการแข่งขันประจำชาติกอล์ฟประจำชาติของประเทศสหรัฐอเมริกาแต่จริงๆก็เปิด Open ให้ทุกๆคนนะคะก็จะมี US Open อย่างสัปดาห์นี้นะคะแล้วก็มี US Women's Open Senior Open นะทั้ง Men's ทั้ง Women's นะคะ US Boys Girls Junior Open US Women's Amateur Championship ก็ของเขาเหมือนกันแต่ว่าทั้งหมดเนี่ยก็คือมีองค์กรUSGA เป็นผู้จัดซึ่งการแข่งขันที่จัดโดย USGA เนี่ยบอกเลยว่ามีความเป็นเอกลักษณ์อย่างสูงเลยแล้วก็นักกอล์ฟทุกๆคนเนี่ยรับรองว่าถ้าจะต้องลงแข่งขันในการแข่งขันที่จัดโดย USGA เนี่ยทุกคนเตรียมความพร้อมมาอย่างดีเพราะว่าเรื่องของการเซตอัพสนามเนี่ยบอกเลยว่าท้าทายแน่นอนเผอิญว่าวันนี้เนี่ยอุ๋ยมาอยู่ที่สนามสยามคันที่คลับพัทยาโอคอร์สนะคะแล้วก็มีนักกอล์ฟ LPGA มาแข่งกันอยู่ในสัปดาห์นี้เนี่ยก็เลยถือโอกาสเข้าไปถามเขากันดูค่ะว่าเขามีความรู้สึกอย่างไรกับการแข่งขันของ USGA โดยเฉพาะในเรื่องของการเซตอัพสนามค่ะ
Obviously, it's a different organisation that run and set up the golf tournaments, USGA event as opposed to LPGA event. And the biggest thing is they do a great job, but it's just a mental approach. 100% mental approach. It's tougher, and you're almost playing defensive golf at some points. And obviously patience.
US Open แทบทุกสนามเลยค่ะแบบส่วนใหญ่ไฟเวย์จะแคบอะไรเงี้ยราฟจะยาวมากอะไรเงี้ยแล้วก็กรีนก็จะเป็นอะไรที่ยากมากไม่รู้สึกว่า US Open เป็นอะไรที่แบบรวมตัวความยากของทุกอย่างมารวมกันในสนามนี้อะไรเงี้ย
I think the first thing about the US Open is that the officials and the courses always push us to our limits. So they test it with the pin positions and how fast the greens are and yeah, so just generally they push it length. And then they push it, you know, the pins and the speed of the greens. So and also the rough. I mean, you know, never really played a U.S. Open, I guess other than Pinehurst where they had a lot of the pine straw and stuff like that, but always thick rough. And then another thing that comes to mind is just the amateurs and the bigger field and just the open aspect of it, which makes it super unique. You know, so you get different players in the field. And I feel like every year, both men's and women's, you have somebody doing well, somebody like that nobody's ever heard of, and it's super exciting.
I think when I play the US Open, I always feel a lot of butterflies. It's very prestigious, honorable, and it's just a very challenging week for everyone. And I think every single one of the players are very excited to be there. I love playing all the major championships, but definitely US Open is one of my favorites.
Well, definitely firm. I mean, like the greens are very firm, and we know that the golf course will be very challenging. The way the USGA sets up the golf courses are difficult. Every day is different. All 4 days, different pin placements set you up for a different type of golf. The environment, the vibe, it gives off this. It's like a magical place when you walk into the US Open because you know that you're at the US Open, and it's kind of like it's this arena that they create that you're in this I don't know, this special place. Only the USGA can do that.
Oh man, tough would be the rough for sure. Typically the greens because they're really fast and probably hilly. I would say maybe the length of the golf courses. The USGA really likes to put some length on it, but luckily for me, I'm a long hitter, so it's not as bad. Definitely the courtesy car for the week. That's awesome. I tend to get really good housing for the US Open, so I get to stay in some really beautiful homes with some fantastic people. And then the food. The food at the USGA events is an unlimited amount of food, and it's pretty spectacular.
They always have ice cream.
Ice cream.
It's incredible. They always have ice cream. Perth, they always have nice Lexus cars. I love it. I always get the SUV. And I even requested numbers too. I'm like, oh my gosh, can I get like 17 or 99? They're like, does it matter?
Why? Because
I don't know, it's just like my 17 is my lucky number, and I've gotten 99 at US Opens many times. I don't know why, and you know the Gretzky's, and I just like the number. And then it's kind of funny. Every time I get a Curtis card, it's 99 for some reason. I've gotten it a lot, and I've played well with this. I'm like, oh, can I get it? 17 is my lucky number, so I get to see a lot of old friends at US Opens. Like the committee, the women's committee, the women that were there when I won the US Amateurs, and that I've kept in touch with for over the last 8-10 years, and it's great to see all of them.
Well, we've always got huge galleries. I think my first US Open, I was mesmerized by, you know, the big, like, you know, the huge spectators and the tents that were put up, and they literally lined the fairway. I remember coming up my first US Open, and it was just 18 was just lined with tents. So it was the first time I'd ever seen that amount of publicity and support, and just people knowing your name, and it's obviously a big honor to be there, just to get your badge that says your name and says US Open and the date, and then I think it takes you back to the history, you know, and just knowing that you're participating and you're doing something way bigger than yourself.
จริงๆ US Open มันเป็นอะไรรู้สึกแบบมันเป็นเมเจอร์อะค่ะแล้วก็ปีหนึ่งมันจะมี5เมเจอร์อะไรเงี้ยเราก็รู้สึกว่า US Open เป็นอะไรที่ยากที่สุดที่จะได้แชมป์อะแล้วก็เป็นอะไรที่แบบเอาง่ายๆเงินรางวัลสูงสุดอะค่ะพี่อุ๋ยมันก็จะยากที่สุดอะไรเงี้ยแล้วก็คนดูก็จะมาดูเยอะมากเราก็จะมีความรู้สึกเหมือนแบบมันไม่ใช่แค่กวนผู้นำที่มีคนดูอะแต่ว่ามันคือทุกๆกวนทุกๆวันที่เราออกไปเล่นแล้วมีคนดูเราเยอะมาก
Definitely the US Women's Amateur and US Women's Public Links. And then the first time I played the US Women's Open was the year 2007, and I became a low amateur there, and just to stand next to the US Women's champion, it was just so memorable and honorable for me, because just to witness that player, and it's a dream come true, and it's like, I don't know how to describe it. It was like a fairy tale moment, because you want to, in the near future, you know you want to be standing there and holding up that trophy. So it was a great moment for me. The atmosphere is very energetic, exhilarating, and you want to tee it up and play your best game out there.
Wow, it's a tough question. There's just so many. Obviously winning the first, when Annika really coming from behind and winning her first US Open at the Broadmoor, you know, at such a young age was obviously incredible. And then really winning with Paula at Oakmont, you know, such a challenging golf course, and really everything that the USGA really want from her US Open would be a classic design of Oakmont. You know, tough testing, mental approach, and you know, to win that, you know, by a few shots and just play so well, and it's just strategy. It's just not so much attacking the flag, it's where if you miss a shot, where you want to miss it, where you have the easiest up and down, and just trying to remind yourself that in most tournaments, par, you're losing ground a little bit. At USGA, US Open, for example, you're gaining ground. You know, if par wins, then you keep making par, you're gaining on the field. Yeah, I just love USGA events, just because it's a challenge. You know, most people play golf, and I just caddy for the challenge of golf and the challenge of keep putting yourself in a challenging position and to get better and to improve, and you get all these things at USGA event, which is fun. That's why we do it. You know, if it's easy and there's no thinking, then there's no challenge to it. So USGA is always challenging.
ถ้าแบบที่คนชอบมากก็อดัมสกอตแบบหล่อตลอดกาลอะไรเงี้ยนะเราก็ชอบเขามากก็เชียร์แล้วก็ไอ้นั่นเขาตลอดค่ะไม่เป็นไรหน้าได้ก็โอเคแล้วใช่
Jason Day, because I think you have to be a great ball striker, and he hits it far, and I just love his swings.
I'm gonna have to go with Jordan Spieth. He's pretty darn good, so I would look out for him.
Obviously Justin Thomas is playing incredibly well. He seems like a very consistent guy, and consistency is what you need at US Open, USGA event. If you're consistent, you're going to be right up there at the end of the week.
I mean, I hope Dustin wins again, and I mean, Rory's pretty sexy, so it'd be nice if he wins too.
You can only pick one.
Oh, I gotta go with Dustin.
You know what? I'm gonna go with Luke List. He's gonna do something special. I have a funny story about him this winter. We have the same coach back in LA, Jamie Mulligan, and we had a Secret Santa, and he ended up giving me a live fish, a platy, and a box of Pringles chips. Fish and chips, British Open.
Oh.
That was his gift to me. But anyways, this fish ended up being pregnant. So I have a bunch of fish now, and it's all Luke List's fault.
ส่วนตัวอุ๋ยเองก็ช่วงนี้กอล์ฟเอเชียมาแรงนะคะก็ขอให้ตกอยู่ในมือของนักกอล์ฟเอเชียละกันคนนี้ค่ะอุ๋ยจับตามองอยู่แล้วก็เป็นเพื่อนที่เล่นกอล์ฟกันมาตั้งแต่เด็กนะคะแล้วช่วงหลังนี้เขาค่อนข้างฝีมือดีเควินนาค่ะเขาก็มี personality ที่น่าติดตามเชียร์ก็สำหรับสัปดาห์นี้นะคะก็ขอให้คุณผู้ชมดูกอล์ฟ US Open อย่างมีความสุขค่ะ
ช่วงโชว์เคสสนับสนุนโดยเครื่องดื่มตราช้างช้างเติมเต็มคำว่าเพื่อน